Na szavaztok újra itt, és nekiválunk ennek a helyes kis küldetésnek.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Anyát szeret. De ne a túljára másszak, te hülye. Na ez hol van? Ó, meg kell menni oda a faszomba az épületbe. Pont ott vannak a majmok. Kurvanyát. Bazd meg. Másszál már, bazd meg. Kurvanyát. Rohadt széna, bazd meg. Ezt nem hiszem el, bazd. Másszál már föl, bazd meg. De kíváncsinak ilyenkor azt miért csinálja? Ó, bazd meg, nem mondod, le kell mennem. Hoppá.
There's definitely something there.
Akkor gyere ide, bazd meg, aztán megtudod, mi van itt.
Everything's quiet.
Akkor ketten vannak, az a bajom. A faszomat, bazd meg, hogy miért észrevett, hogy faszopó, bazd meg.
Don't get far! I've spotted her! No!
Ezt nem hiszem el, bazd meg. Kurva anyádat.
There she is!
Kell még valóban leakni. Ezt nem hiszem el, bazd meg. Még bárha nem akarnak jönni, bazd meg. Elmész a kurva anyádba, bazd meg már. De itt honnét a faszomból jöttek már ennyien, bazd meg? Mocskos kurva anyádat. Ennyi volt. Faszát, bazd meg, nem hiszem el. De jó el vagy ottan. Mi állnak sorba? Na, a szorom. Ennyit a ropokodásról, bazd meg. Na, faszom ki van.
Wouldn't mind getting a break and getting
Na, mi van már?
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I think you have the wrong person.
You are claiming that you're the wrong person? Life's one true happiness is knowing yourself.
Even if I did know who rigged the ostracism vote, I wouldn't tell you.
And yet, I never said anyone rigged anything.
Socrates! There you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know. That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
Mi az a két fejvadászt rajtam, most nézem. De jó, az nem mindjárt itt van, bazd meg. Na, mi legyen, szétrúgjam a seggét? Az merre van? Ott is jön arra. Na, épp hogy kilátszódik a fejem búbi a bokorból. Még látszódik a hülye. Mész a faszom, ezt hogy csinálja, bazdmeg, hogy ennyit lehúz. Mész a faszba, hát bazd meg a kurva anyád, ezt nem hiszem el, bazd meg. Hogy a kurva anyába tudod ilyen gyorsan megölni, bazd meg, azt nem hiszem el.
That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians...
Hol ez a nyomorult fejvadász, a kurva anyját neki? Nézd, ott van. Köcsög geci. Az a 47-es, bazd meg.
My mother.
Mi ez a útvonal tervik?
Let's hope no one notices me here.
Te rohadt gyors, bazd meg. Mi van, Artemis cipője van rajta, vagy? Ha nézd meg, bazd meg, nem érem utól. Elmentek a faszomba. De bazd meg, most engem öldöznek meg, bazd meg. Ezt nem hiszem el, bazd meg. Elmentek a faszomba, bazd meg. Másznál gyorsabban, bazd meg. Esküszöm, fölmásznak a tető. Az a rohadt ribanc is mit követ? Há? Ezt nem hiszem el, bazd meg. És mit googolsz már, bazd meg? Csémbe az a hova fazza bírnak ilyen gyorsan követni engem. És melyik a mercenary? Vagy már nincs itt? Nem, az amarra van. Hagyom a faszomba. Seggfejt. Itt van másik is, bazd meg. Ezt nem hiszem el, gyerekek. Itt mi van? Rich Pericles Home. Megnézzük ezt a küldetést itten. Hol van? Ez mit ilyedezik?
I should try to stay out of sight.
Nem igen.
Move aside! What's your problem? Out of my way! Move aside!
Mások mi a baja a csajnak?
You left a note on the board. What's going on?
Music is part of the sacred festivals in Athens, Misthios. I am to play at the temple later. A great honor.
Apollo must have blessed you with the gift of song.
Apollo must still be thanked for this glory. A goat sacrifice must be made, and I must send an offering to the priestess. And I must invite... I have to practice, and there isn't time.
And you'll pay me to deliver it to her.
That would be ideal.
I'm the one for the job.
By Zeus, thank you, Misthios.
We're done here.
Na, akkor hova vigyük, nézzük. Mercenary, ez már itt van. Na, merre mutatja? Ott van. 200 méter. Hát, ha lepje fel, megpróbálom kinyírni. Ezek a faszopó athéniak nem támadnak meg előbb. Megint ez a lándzsás faszopó, bazd meg.
Your death will pay well.
Nem olyan, nem támadsz meg. Kurva nyert.
I need water.
Elmész a faszomba, azt hogy csinálja, bazd meg. Hát bazd meg, nézd meg, 2 csapott, bazd meg. végre! Hát az azt hittem tényleg ki fog nyílni ma. Az a 2-3-at csapott volna, aztán ki is nyírt volna. Faszom. Jó, de kint szenvedős a mász. Mindjárt itt is vagyunk. Ne szívass már, bazd meg most meg. Ó, ne szívass már, bazd. Mász már át, bazd meg a fasz. Bazd meg, hihetetlen, bazd, nem tud átmászni a másik oldalra. Van lépcsőm, hamarabb fölértem volna, bazd meg. Itt van Ikarus.
A musician told me you needed this.
Ah, just what I needed. Take this as payment.
Nem is kéne már sok, azt már 47-es leszek. $1100 kell, mennyi van? Hát, jó kevés van. Na lássuk, merre menjen az utunk akkor. Ott a Mercenary. Ó, már az útban, ha megnézem ezt, tehát... Aztán lehet, hogy áttérek erre a baromra. Na mindegy, majd sorjában inkább. Ide megyek előbb. Merre van? Jó, arra. Milyen jó lehet. Hogy néz ki minden itten? A beszarás. Na? Ami érdekesség, semmi. Na jó van.
Move out of my way!
Azt nem hiszem el, bazd meg.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmae working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmae for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
Megnézzük Cassandrát, hogy néz ki buliba.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
Jó néz ki.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Itt lesz egy rakás dialógus ma.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're not different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongue.
Hogy kikapta a csaj kezéből a tálat.
Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermipos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Csak kicsit be lenne bosszva.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
Ez igen, oda basztál neki.
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Na jó, nézzük a dolgokat, mi merre. Információk.
And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the...
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Clues után nézek. Nem volt harc. Mi az? Irritál az gazdagságot.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous Xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
Let's get Euripides drunk. Oh.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds
Leítatjuk
more
és
Argive
utána
than
beszélni
Athenian.
fog
Impressive foreigner.
Ott van.
Euripides is from
Euripides.
Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when every piece is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Mi az?
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I've come to get your finest dry wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
No, ciao, ma kész van, hogy elnézem.
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though...
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
Azért vagyok itt, hogy szolgáljak. Hát...
I'm Pericles' new servant. I'd be happy to bring some wine.
An Athenian servant, you. And these are wine-pouring muscles.
I was a rower on Pericles' ship where he took pity on me. Now I pour wine for people who question my word. And his.
I wasn't questioning, Perhaps one drink.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
To Dionysos.
Itt van, így adok-parasztok. Fú, bazd, mennyi fért abba a pohárba, bazd meg.
This is delicious.
Felcsúzásra kiitták.
This is nectar of the gods. Another round.
How about some more?
Hogy nézd már Cassandra rájuk.
Where did you find this delicious wine? It must be Pericles' finest.
You know what they say, good wine makes good friends.
Ready for another?
Mindjárt
This is
kidőlnek.
the best symposium I've been to in a while.
You know what? I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Argos. Here I come.
Oké, ez is megvan. Na lássuk, következő egy. Jó, várj, nem is ott kell bemenni. Nem itt. Ops. De lehet, hogy az lesz, hogy majd inkább innét folytatom. Kicsit hosszabb a dialógus, mint amire számítottam. Hát, tetszett a videó, dobjatok el lájkot, és iratkozzatok fel. Na, szevasztok!